Human beings are social animals. Human beings, being social animals, make the first unit, which is the family, and these families make up the societies. And when there is a confluence of religion, culture, language, many other factors, or they become communities, and these communities become nations. Hello viewers, Vanakkam, Namaskaram to all of you. My name is Amit, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, Layman History and Geopolitics. Friends, please have a look at this video. This video is from the suburbs of Chennai. It's from a place named Kattupalli. What happened there was that a construction worker who was working in L&T Shipyard's construction site by the name of Amrish Prasad, he fell from the rooftop of a building and passed away. And what happened after that was that the workers came out. They protested. All of these were the North Indian workers. They protested in front of the company premises, in front of the contractor. They were asking for compensation for this worker and transporting of his body to his native place. It was a huge mob, and when the police came, the situation turned out of control. These people started hurling stones at police, which had come to defuse the situation. As a result, the police had to baton charge them. And later on, 55 of these people, the stone pelters, were rounded up from their dormitories and put in prison. And now the law will take its due course. So on the one hand, this issue raises the question about the living conditions of these migrant workers in southern states. What are the conditions where they live? What is their welfare? Are there any safety packages for them, welfare programs for them? These are the questions which come to the mind, and these are the questions which every media is raising, that are these people living in right conditions? But secondly, let us think from the other viewpoint. The other viewpoint would be of the Tamils. What would be the people in Tamil Nadu think about this incident in Kattupalli? Won't they be thinking, where have these people come from? They have come to our state and they are doing violence around here. They are disturbing peace around here. Our local workers are not getting jobs. Their jobs are being taken away by these migrant laborers who work on lower wages, and yet they are creating nuisance around here. See, the death of a person cannot be, actually, it's a grievous thing that a person dies like this. But a violence on this basis, it's not acceptable. What would be the Tamils thinking? That's the issue. Do we people talk about it? We talk about our side of the coin. That this has happened to a migrant labor in Chennai, and this is how police has resorted. We all talk about our fundamental rights. But then there is something in the constitution known as fundamental duties. How many of us have read about them? I'm just talking about on a preface thing. If we have rights, then we have duties also in every sphere. We are very much aware about our rights, but what about the duties? Nobody considers the duties. You would have seen a thumbnail. On my thumbnail, there is this Kattupalli incident as mentioned. Then you would see some college students around here on my thumbnail. Please have a look at this video.
About cultural shock, but people here do hate North Indians. That's what I observe.
Tell me one instance.
I observe people like behaving differently when they know that we are from the north. auto walas charging us higher prices, and people calling us, these Hindi people come from nowhere, these Hindi people. So we've been addressed as Hindi people a lot of times.
So like that doesn't mean you don't want to come to Bangalore, like what is
No, I love the city. Absolutely, I do want to come back. But the fact that they see you as outsiders and they behave differently with you, especially when Bangalore is what it is because of North Indians coming here to a large extent. But still, a lot of people have a hard time accepting that.
So the North Indians and Dravids are coming to South. Dravids and Dravids, they are coming to South for their job opportunities, for their education, higher education. They are coming to South. Tamil Nadu, as we all know, has the highest number of engineering colleges in India. Then we have Christ University in Bangalore and many other institutions in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala. North Indians are coming here for their educational purposes and for their job purposes. And what happens there is, see, we'll talk about some places. Let us talk about Hyderabad, let us talk about Chennai, or let us talk about Bangalore in the very first place. Bangalore today is a melting pot of cultures. It's a confluence where you'll find person from every part of India. And these people come here because it offers them vast opportunities. Tell me a person sitting in Jaipur, in Ludhiana, in Karnal, in Lucknow, in Bhopal, would he get the best job opportunities around in their native places? For that, they have to come to a place which offers them best opportunities. And where are the best opportunities in India today? They are in South, they are in Chennai, they are in Bangalore, they are in Hyderabad. Thiruvananthapuram is also coming up. So when you have these job opportunities around there, the thing is, are you respectful to the local cultures? That's a question. I'll give up a simple example around here. When we go outside to the English speaking nations, when we go abroad, we are about to go abroad, we clear IELTS exam for those nations, English speaking nations. But when we go to non-speaking English nations, non-English speaking nations, that is France, Germany, Spain, what we do, the very first thing when we land there is, we go through a sanitization program, that is. Very first thing we do is learn the language of the place. At least the basics we should know. We get sanitized about the local etiquettes, culture, mannerisms. So we do make efforts when we are going outside. But why don't we make these efforts when we are coming from the north to south, which is our nation, part of our India, the great southern people? Why aren't we making up efforts in this regard? That's the question. Why do we take the things for granted? Tell me, how many of us know about 1st November? That's Karnataka Rajyotsava Day. How many of the North Indians know about July 18th? That is Tamil Nadu Day. Not many, I would say. See, the only thing is, we have to be receptive about the local feelings, local cultures, local language. Tell me, I've stayed in Bangalore for 6 years. A person, how many would answer a simple question, Neevu Kannada Mattiddare? How many would answer this by saying, how do Neenu Kannada Mattiddane? How many would answer this? Not many among us. Because for our North Indians, the attitude is chalta hai. Is this chalta hai attitude going to do us any good in the long term? These lands where we are working now, they are our karma bhumi. That's our workplace. And if we don't respect the local languages, if we don't learn the local languages, we are not respectful of the local customs. How do we expect that the South Indians will treat us well? I remember not very long ago, maybe 6-7 years ago, I was in Bangalore. I was at Sony Junction and I found out that some people were around there. There was a crowd around there. What they were doing is they were thrashing a North Indian couple. North Indian people, for a very simple reason, that they were being intimate in the middle of the street. So you guys have independence when you come from the north to the south because your family is not watching you. But the actions which you are taking, are they being respectful of the local customs, the local traditions? You have to think about that. In South India, a person's wearing a simple vesti or a mundu and wearing simple slippers, chappals that we call. He is a multi-millionaire around there. And in North India, what we see is the fleshy people. Those peoples whose villages, whose lands have come under national highways, they become multi-millionaires and then they flash their lavish lifestyles. This doesn't happen in the South. South people are very down to earth. We just need to be respectful of the local customs, local languages, local cultures, and it's a very easy thing. I've seen people who have spent their entire lives in Bangalore, yet they even don't know even a single word of Kannada. How will this work? How will this common linkage between North and South be established? I've seen some people in North India from South, and all of them I know speak Hindi. Hindi speak very well. It's not their native language, but they've come here to work or they are working around here, so they've learned Hindi. But what are people who are going to South? Are they being respectful to local cultures, customs, languages, traditions? No. How many of us go to visit our friends, local friends on Yugadi, on Onam, on Pongal? Not many of us would be going because we won't even know the significance of these festivals. And all of this has to come out from your heart. It is not outward. When you start making an effort, you move one foot, the other person will come 2 steps to you. So it's mutual. That is where the bonding will come of a nation. This can't be superficial. As regards Kattupalli, you saw what the workers did, the whatever has happened around there as regards Amresh Prasad. It's heart wrenching. A person should not lose his life in such a way. But the way those protesters have pelted stones at the police, imagine if it was UAE. If they were in UAE, they would have done something like this. What would have happened with them? Not just 55, all of them would have been put behind bars and their lives would have become uncertain. Their futures would have become in jeopardy. Just think about the consequences of your actions. That's a kind request to my fellow North Indians. And please be receptive to local customs. This chalta hai attitude won't work. You already know what is happening in Bangalore right now. This Kannada and Hindi Kannada local debate and North Indian debate is already raging up. We all know what is happening in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, Hindi is being imposed and it's being vehemently opposed by the people of Tamil Nadu. So we have to be receptive of the local customs, and for God's sake, those lands are yours. It's just the cultural difference. And what is the harm in learning their language when those lands are giving you so much? You owe your lives to them. You owe your success to them. And still you are averse to learning their language. How you expect those people will respond? So on the name of this nation, on the name of national unity, see, the government won't say you to do this. Anybody can't force you to do this. But it has to come from your heart. Please be receptive of the emotions, the traditions, the languages, the cultures of the South. And if you walk 2 steps, they'll come 3 steps to you. That's a kind request from me. I hope, my friends, you like this video. And if you like this, kindly subscribe my channel, Layman History and Geopolitics. And if you want to, you can also become a member of my channel. So this was all from me for today. Vanakkam, namaskaram to all of you, friends. Thank you. Vanakkam, namaskaram to you.